fashion mindfulness-based meditation with some added sprinkles, I guess we could say, of curiosity. So cultivating a curious mind, or a beginner's mind, if you've heard that phrase. And there might be a little bit less guidance in today's meditation than typical. And so I'll be curious to see how that impacts folks. So go ahead and I guess, Tom, you can hit record. Oh, it's already recording. Wonderful. And find a comfortable way to sit where you can feel both relaxed and alert. If you'd like, you can close your eyes, or if not, to maybe keep them partially open and softly gaze in front of you, maybe at a point a little bit down and in front. And just begin with noticing all that there is to notice in the here and now. Sounds, smells, internal sensations, any external movement or temperature. And just allow your mind to be aware of what's going on in the here and now. And when your mind slides into thinking about the past or thinking about the future, to just notice that. And be able to say to yourself, I'm noticing that my mind is thinking about the future. Or I'm noticing that I'm having this thought about the past. And at any point, when you notice those things, you can bring your attention back to the here and now. And in this moment, go ahead and bring your attention to your breath. Just noticing what it feels like when you breathe in and when you exhale. And at any point today, when your mind is wandering and you notice that, you can bring yourself back to paying attention to your breath in the here and now. And again, when your mind wanders away from your breath, just practice noticing that. Saying to yourself, oh, I notice that my mind is wandering. Or, oh, I notice that I'm thinking about this. I'm having a memory or a thought about the past. Or, oh, I'm noticing that I'm thinking about the future, about what I'll have for lunch today, or finances that I need to take care of, or tasks or to-do lists. And when you notice your mind thinking about something, you can practice saying to yourself, oh, I'm having the thought that, or I'm noticing that I'm thinking about this. And that is the practice of mindfulness. And again, at any point, you can always bring your mind back to your breath in the here and now. And the almost infinite array of sensations and thoughts and feelings that you can notice in the here and now, connected to your breath and the here and now world inside of you and surrounding you. If your mind has wandered off again, just notice that your mind has wandered. And also notice what happens when you notice that your mind is wandering. Is there any self-judgment or criticism or labeling as that's bad or good or right or wrong? Or maybe desires to control your thoughts. And each time you notice something new, to go ahead and just practice noticing that. And be able to say to yourself, I'm noticing that I'm judging my thoughts. I'm noticing that I'm being self-critical. Or I'm noticing that I'm trying to control my thoughts. You might notice that as you continue to practice just noticing, that your judgments might soften, your assumptions about what is good or bad or right or wrong might soften, and your desire to control your thoughts might soften. And again, each time that your mind wanders, just practice noticing that and saying to yourself, oh, I'm noticing that my mind is wandering. Or I'm noticing that I'm having a thought about. And again, at any point in today's meditation, you can bring your mind back to your breath and noticing all the almost infinite array of sensations and thoughts and feelings and internal experiences and external stimuli that are occurring right now in this moment. And be able to just notice those. Now, if you are like me, you might notice a habit of creating certainty in your mind, of knowing something. Well, this is the right way to do this. Or this is a good thing or a good value. And that is a bad thing or a bad value. Or this is a good person that I'm thinking about, or a bad person. Or I myself am quickly judged as I'm a bad person. And if you're like me, there's a sense of safety and security with knowing the right way to do things, or knowing that the knowledge that I have is the correct knowledge. And go ahead, and if your mind is doing those things that most humans do, of trying to be certain, practice just noticing that. And then letting arise within you any sense of curiosity. Any sense of surrendering that certainty and being able to sit a little more in the ambiguity, the uncertainty. You might notice thoughts or feelings arise. You might notice discomfort or excitement or any number of other thoughts or feelings or sensations that arise when practicing sitting in uncertainty and ambiguity. And go ahead now, and whenever a thought or feeling arises, when your mind wanders from your breath, and you catch yourself and notice to yourself, oh, my mind is wandered, or oh, I'm having a thought about X, Y, or Z, to just allow yourself to be curious about that. Again, no need to change or control, or try to fix or judge or label or make something certain. But just notice it, and more than notice it, have an intention of curiosity. As I'm observing this thought or this feeling, I will notice more things. I will learn more things. I have heard the saying regarding mindful meditation that in an expert's mind, possibilities are few, but in a beginner's mind, possibilities are many. And when my mind is drawn to something, a memory, or a thought about the future, or a sound, or a feeling, likely there is something meaningful in that. And if I allow myself to notice and be curious, I will likely have the opportunity to grow, to stretch, to transform. If I judge something or assume that I know the correct answer, or treat it as an expert, then my chances to learn and grow and develop, and transform and heal are limited. And with each breath, there's a whole world of newness. If I'm able to just notice and be curious, maybe even pretend like this is the first breath I've ever had. Or if I have sensations or feelings, maybe of hunger or tiredness or anxiety, or feelings like sadness or joy or shame, or whatever it might be. Just allow yourself to notice and be curious, almost as if you're experiencing these sensations, these feelings for the first time. And if there are people in your life, friends, family members, co-workers, what might it be like to practice experiencing them like you're experiencing them for the first time? What learning might happen? What new thoughts and feelings? What creative ways of improving relationships might emerge? If there are certain practices, patterns in your life, foods that for years you have not wanted to try, or belief systems that have gone unexamined for a long time, or political values or assumptions, or any other traditions. If you were to experience those as brand new for the first time, and with an attitude of curiosity, and go ahead and bring your mind back to your breath. We'll do 3 deep breaths together as we prepare to transition out of this meditation. Go ahead and breathe in deeply and let it go. And breathe in again, just noticing as if it was the first time. And then go ahead and breathe in and out for a 3rd time. And then you can start to stretch and move. If your eyes are closed, you can flutter them open.